Black Eyed Peas, they said it best. Are you addicted to the drama? See, we think that, right? We think we're addicted to the drama. We think we are addicted to the chaos. We believe that, oh, that guy there is always getting in trouble. He must have a love for that trouble. You know, that guy there, he's always sad. Always sad. He must be addicted to depression. He has a physiological addiction, a psychological addiction. That woman there, she's always hard on herself. She must have an addiction to that. Here's something that we don't talk to often, and we don't mention this often. I've got this sun coming on my face right now. It's so good. Sorry, I got distracted. Let me come back. Here's something that we don't speak too often. It's not the drama or the chaos that we're actually addicted to. Here's a perspective that is really important. If there's an addiction or a compulsion or an over-reliance or even just a reliance or a need, it's the need to feel safe. I'm going to say that again, and I'm going to explain why. It's the need to feel safe. We're made up of various parts in terms of compartmentalized ways that we see the world. These are formed during our developmental years, our formative years of living. Being children, up to the age of 12, even up to the age of 18, we form these ideas, beliefs about ourselves. And as a result of that, we also develop an emotional signature. You know, how we emotionally respond or react to situations, how we deal with challenge and difficulty. If we grew up in a very volatile, violent environment, chances are we're going to be hyper vigilant to that. We're either going to be super aggressive, generally speaking, we're going to be super aggressive and hyper defensive most of the time, or we're going to retreat, withdraw. We're going to be very passive in our approach. We're going to be avoidant of conflict. So we develop these emotional patterns, these coping strategies and ways of being in the world. Now, what also happens is often these coping strategies that we develop as children, we bring them into our adult lives and we apply them to adult relationships, which is a little bit of a different scenario. These then become maladaptive. They don't really work in a way that is conducive to social engagement. That's called ventral vagal nervous system. That nervous system is about 200 million years old, and it's responsible, here in our face, it's responsible for growing socially, feeling safe in relational settings, right? And so whilst those coping strategies that we use as children keep us alive, they keep us in a survival state, they don't help our relationships thrive. Let me continue. We're not addicted to the drama and the chaos. What we're more reliant on is the protective mechanisms that come out to play. Let me break it down again. Remember, we're made of parts. So one of those parts that we have, whenever we notice an iota of danger or something doesn't feel quite right in our environment, in our relationships, our inner protector comes out. And we may have many of these. And when that inner protective strategy comes out, we feel safe because we feel protected. But that inner protector doesn't have a role or doesn't become evident to us to ease our nervous system, to minimize the cortisol and adrenaline running through us. That can't come out to play without the chaos. You following me? Without the drama. We need the drama and the chaos, which we co-create, to bring out the protector, which helps us feel safe. And we all want to feel safe. Our bodies are consistently looking for regulation. They're consistently looking for ways to regulate. They're consistently looking for ways to be in homeostasis, to be safe. Isn't that interesting? And so we demonize drama. We say that we're addicted to the drama and something's wrong with us and we're self-sabotaging. But what we're really doing is creating circumstances to feel safe. Because we need to feel safe. Because if we go for periods of time feeling unsafe, it's too overwhelming. It's too much for us. So if it's too much for us, we can't function. So we need to bring out that protector to help us feel safe, engaged, connected, seen, heard, understood, appreciated, respected, basic human needs that we find in relationship. But what happens is that hyperprotector that comes out can disrupt relationships. It may help us feel safe for a few moments, but it disrupts relationships. So we need more chaos to bring more protection, to have more repair, to have more regulation, which causes more dysregulation. And this is the paradox that we live in. So, solution? It's working with the inner child. A solution, a way of being, a potential path is working with the inner child. Because you have time warped. We have time traveled, I should say. We're experiencing a time warp. Because when we're feeling threatened as an adult, yes, there could be an emotional threat there. I'm not talking about physical threat. Put that aside for a moment. Anything that's acute and physical and absolutely relevant in terms of its clear and physical danger. I'm talking about emotional threats, psychological threats, relational threats, where someone is maybe raising their tone, or someone is criticizing us, or someone is telling us we didn't do a good job. That could be a real thing, and it's often being amplified by unresolved inner child wounds. Unresolved experiences, pain, trauma, etc. that we've experienced and had as children that is amplifying the present moment to bring out a bigger protector. That protector could be hiding. It could be negative self-talk, it could be aggressing back. But whatever helps you feel safe. So we've got to work with that inner child that never experienced the healthy coping strategy that they needed growing up. It's compassion, it's love, it's understanding, it's empathy, it's nurturing those parts of ourselves. It's releasing and moving feelings, sensations, emotions through somatic work to help create spaciousness in the body and a new path, a new way of being. It's having an inner dialogue with these protective parts of ourselves, letting them know that that was then and this is now. And this is, of course, a crash course, so to speak. My wife and I have a 5-day immersive on inner child work alone, level 1 and level 2. Combined is 5 full days. So there's work to be done here, but this is a starting point. You're not addicted to your drama. You're not trying to ruin your life. You're not self-sabotaging. You're attempting to feel safe. Honor that. Be compassionate towards yourself because of that.